President Donald Trump has accused former President Barack Obama of leading an effort to falsely tie him to Russia and undermine his 2016 presidential.
So in a nutshell, it seems like once again Trump is doing the whole. Remember back in that day he was saying the election was stolen from him?
Yep.
It seems like he's resurrecting that whole thing again.
He's I think this is all a distraction.
Yeah.
The Epstein file case is really heating up, and they've been lighting a lot of fire all over the place. So they're just looking for something to take away from that.
Exactly.
And this is a good way to bring it up and just distract people. But I don't know that people are buying it. But we'll see how it goes.
Trump just seemed like he was not emboldened by anybody. It seemed like he was in anyone's pocket and he was not part of the deep state and everything like that. But now, I think with this whole Epstein thing and these distractions and this so-called conspiracy theories, it's like, remember Watergate?
Yeah, the Watergate
Just
scandal.
So reminds you of that.
It's huge.
Stuff,
It's huge.
the MLK stuff, the CIA, all that crap.
Yep.
It's like Trump is now fraught with it.
It's all about, and where's the decorum? Like from a president's perspective, you show some kind of level of respect to the previous administration for the most part.
You're right. Yeah.
So I don't like, he's called Biden stupid. He's said Obama is a liar. It's becoming too much.
Exactly.
Like, I mean.
Exactly.
But
the only pushback I would have with that is that I think the Democrats did do him quite dirty, right? Like,
you mean in terms of prosecuting him and
well, I just think at the end of the day, I think because Trump did not play by the regular rules.
Okay.
You know, like he never pandered to this and pandered to that. You know, Obama, Biden, Pelosi, not that she was president or anything, but they all come from a lawyer background, political background. They made their rungs, their inroads. And then Trump just comes out of nowhere like a bull in a china shop, and he reminds me of Mike Tyson, right? Mike Tyson
just comes from nowhere.
Yeah, he's not sophisticated at all, but he breaks heads.
They basically had to pay their dues.
Yes.
So it seems like he just came up from nowhere. Like he didn't pay his dues politically. Like he didn't hold any position politically before he came up, and he just ran for president and won. But okay, let's just take that argument for argument's sake. Let's just say that's valid. Not that I agree with it, but let's just say that's valid. What he campaigned on is to release the files,
drain the swamp,
and just not be a part of the
establishment.
Establishment. Yeah. Based on everything that's going on, it seems like he's part of it. If anything,
he's protecting him.
Exactly.
He's
it's even, it's the center of it, right? And the flip-flop has been I mean, this is just, how many months has he been president? Is it 6-7 months?
Yeah.
January.
Yeah, he's in January.
And he's flip-flopping on a lot of things.
Yeah.
First you say Tesla is the best car in the world in front of the White House. Now you're saying it's the most useless car because it had a thing with Elon. First you say you're going to release the Epstein files, then you didn't release the full thing, allegedly.
Yeah.
Now you're saying there's not going to be any war. You're going to stop the war in Russia, Ukraine in a day. The war is ongoing, even worsen. You joined Israel to bomb Iran. Now you're like, come on, man. This is all within 6-7 months. That's a lot. It's a major thing. So I don't know where this is gonna go, but to me, I smell something dirty. I don't like the smell of it.
Smell doo-doo.
I smell BS, man.
Campaign.
It's there. He's guilty. This was treason.
I
like how they just cut him off. I'm pretty sure he said more than that.
Of course you did. Like, I mean,
but they're like, everything else you said was useless. So whatever.
When Fox News starts to get neutral when it comes to Trump, then there's issues.
You know we're in trouble.
You know we're in trouble because Fox is always pro, like 100%.
Republican,
100%. Like no matter, he can't do no wrong. But when they're starting to get neutral, it's like, come on, something's brewing.
Exactly.
This week, Trump's director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, releasing a slew of documents that
I don't know, for some reason, I just can't look at Tulsi Gabbard. Her face, didn't you notice her face has like these craters?
Like freckles? Like
No, it's like, it's her, there's another image of her. Let me see real quickly. I know we're getting off script.
Leave her alone, man.
No, I'm just... validate what my statement.
She's a
here.
Russian spy,
You think so?
allegedly. I mean, I don't
Now,
buy it,
Tulsi
but-
Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, after speaking at the White House press briefing, also joined Jesse Waters and
How you found this evidence.
This is a bad one, but anyway, this is still on the topic.
Yeah.
Was, as you know, Jesse, the integrity of our democratic republic, of our elections, is of paramount importance to the American people. Knowing what had occurred previously, the things that this Russia.
I think it's interesting. They're talking about something that happened like how many years ago?
2016.
And then Trump was like, y'all still talking about Epstein? Y'all talking about Epstein? He died like 3 years ago. How long was this?
2016. It's, again, like I said, it's a lot of flip-flop going on. And people can smell through the BS. Americans are smart. They know what's really going on. It will tell in the next elections, I know, in the midterms, during the midterms and beyond that. If I were him, I would just focus more on fixing the economy and making things a lot better for the American people. People will forget about this in 2 seconds if they could go to a grocery store and pay less for what they're paying now. That's what he campaigned on. America's going to be the greatest country. It's going to be great within 100 days, blah, blah, blah. Like, look at where they are.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing. Again, I think I talked about this before. Republicans, I will give them their flowers. They're amazing at spin. I think Democrats have always struggled with spinning, and I don't know why. So remember when they said lazy Biden?
Yeah, Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, there you go. They're just so good at it. You just connect with it, even though it makes no sense. But the reality is that things like that resonate versus when Democrats do it. It's just so, like, Democrats, they had so much. Trump is, you know,
why couldn't they? Nice guys.
Why didn't they bring up the Epstein stuff? They could have talked about that years ago. Why?
I don't know. I think we talked about this last time, but the reason why I don't know what they're hiding. Now, the Democrats had the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if they had something on Trump and the Epstein files, I think they would have used it.
Yeah.
I believe they would have used it. So what is it that they're really hiding? Because I don't know that he's participated in any of the, maybe he was there. Either way, it looks bad, but what are they hiding that they can't release it?
So sorry to cut you out, Jai,
No
but
worries.
so I think this is a bigger conspiracy. I think Epstein is the tip of an iceberg, and so I wonder if the Epstein or this file comes out or the list comes out. I think the point is it's mutual destruction. I think both sides will be destroyed, and I think that's a big problem. I think that's a big problem with a country that's so powerful like the United States.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts? Do you think that's it, or do you think it's something else?
So you think it's affecting both sides?
I think
like-
so. I think that's
that's a good way to look at it, because maybe that's why they didn't release it as well. They have a lot of skeletons in their closet too.
Exactly.
But if that's the case, then why not just? I mean, if that means he's what he campaigned on is a lie, because he said he was going to release it. If he knew or he had an inclination that people around him in the Republican Party were part of those Epstein file, then why did he campaign on that?
And you're right, but I think it's sort of like it's hard to explain. Like, if you're trying to win a race and all of a sudden you know that someone gave you a leg up or you got a head start, are you really going to take that? You know, okay, I got a head start. I'm going to pause or stop running for 10 minutes. I think that's sort of what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I think at the end of the day, when you're running a mile a minute, you don't really consider what's happening. And then you're getting you're capturing the audience. You got to remember, Trump is doing something that no Republican has ever done. Right? Every other Republican, Rubio, Cruz, DeSantis, thank you, they all would have loved the type of admiration and the type of connection that Trump made with the
Cult-like
American people.
following.
Thank you, exactly. So no one expected this. I don't think anyone expected this. And I think in the beginning, people thought it was a dead dog when the stripper, what's her name? Stormy Daniels. When Stormy Daniels came onto the scene, I think everyone thought, okay, this guy's done. Yeah, he's had his day. He's had his 15 minutes. But then Trump is Teflon. He is Teflon.
Yeah, honestly, like, again, to your point, I think the Democrats did themselves a disservice in bringing up all those bogus charges for the most part. Like the Stormy Daniels one was...
Well, they weren't bogus.
Let me correct my term. Not bogus, but they were frivolous.
They couldn't stick. They weren't strong. It
Like,
wasn't a RICO level thing.
Thank you. It wasn't... There was nothing in there. It was just, for lack of better words, noise.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And if they really wanted to stick it to him, they should have brought something more concrete, which is why I was saying earlier that if they had anything on him on the Epstein files, they would have used it.
Yeah.
They would have 100%. I think they would have used it.
And Clintons.
Exactly. So, which is what are they hiding? Yeah. And okay, if the Clintons are on there, why is he hiding that? Because for him, that's like a plus to say, hey, look, Democrats have Clinton on the... I don't think it's just the Clintons. I think it's both sides. There's 100%. Something fundamentally huge that they're all hiding. And it goes back to, could be the whole Prince Andrew thing. Remember I talked about it, where it's like maybe they're protecting the crown.
Yeah.
And there's probably some high profile people that are on that list that they don't want it to get out to the people. So
yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I remember I said in a previous podcast, I feel U.S. reminds me of Rome. I just think that this is you remember
ancient Rome?
Yeah, I think this is the end times. Remember, again, as much as I want U.S., I have a lot of stocks in U.S. I want them to thrive, but when you look at it,
yeah, I mean, I want the U.S. to succeed, man.
Yeah,
like,
but if you really look at it, Jai, like things just seem to be falling apart. Right? They're now deporting their own. They're deporting their own people.
Yeah,
they can't even stop wars. Back in old day, like U.S. says stop it, everyone stops.
Yeah, if they spoke, everyone
That's
listened.
right, and it's just almost this.
But do you think it has a lot to do with their diplomatic relations with people or their policies abroad, like in the Arab world, or is it the rhetoric from people like Trump?
I think it's a combination, a multitude of things. I think this all started when Obama got elected. As much as it was a good thing, I think it just stirred some certain people, powers that be. They went crazy, and they opened up a floodgate to try to curb what the presidency of an Obama meant for the United States, where now it was no longer this heterogeneous type of lineage of power. It is now...
Oh, you mean homogeneous lineage?
Yeah. It is now eclectic. We have all the people, other types of people that can also be the most powerful person in the world. I think the powers that be, call them the Illuminati, the Freemasons, I don't know, they open up the floodgates. I think it started with the whole LGBT thing. I think it started with the women's movement. I think it started with the Me Too. And it's just been this downfall, this kind of spiraled and all. You know, like Frankenstein. It reminds me of Frankenstein. You know, you create, who do you fault, the creator or the Frankenstein itself? Frankenstein couldn't be created himself, so why would you blame it? Because it's just who he is. But then you could also blame the creator. And so I think it's sad because it was just because I think people were fearful of what Obama represented. But because if you think back then, you know, the worst thing was Clinton and
the scandal with Clinton,
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
But at least there is some sort of civility among both sides. But then when Obama came into office,
and it started with that guy, what was the Speaker of the House then, Steve Bonner, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Banner or Bond, I can't remember, but he was vicious, man.
Yeah. Well, him and even the old guy looks like he's skeleton. He looks like he's dead. Anyways, I forgot. His name.
Yeah, I know the guy is shriveled and wears glasses.
So,
I can't
he wears glasses. I forgot his name too. But I remember, I think he hot mic'd and basically he said. But
here's the kicker, though. Sorry to cut you short, Kevin.
Real quickly. Last thing I was gonna say. They basically said they didn't care what Obama did. They wanted to just make him a one-term president. That's what he said, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He could be giving world peace, but you don't care. But anyways, go on. What you're gonna say.
But here's the kicker, though. The Democrats did it themselves, because if you remember when Clinton and Obama were fighting for the nomination of the Democratic Party,
and you mean Hillary this time.
Hillary Clinton went really, really dirty. Like, she called him names, like I think she linked him to the Taliban or something.
His name
Osama. Yeah, she called him Osama. So they started it.
Wow.
For the most part. They started to look at him as different because when he came, people saw him as a new breed of politician, fresh ideas and all. It wasn't until the Clintons started pushing that narrative about him being Osama, because he's Muslim, like just pushing different narratives around that. I recall when he won the primaries and he was campaigning against McCain had a town hall where this lady called him, I don't want to vote for Obama because I believe he's a terrorist. McCain corrected the lady and said, no. Like, let's, sentiments aside, like he might be my opponent, but, something to that effect. Like,
there's
I'm paraphrasing.
At least some respect.
Yeah,
in
there was some respect. But McCain was Republican.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is it started from the Democratic Party and it just imploded from there. And Steve Bannon, when he got there, he just made it 10 times worse. Oh. And you're right. It's been that way since then. Everything just spiraled. The Republicans and the Democrats they used to be bipartisan bills a lot of time. But the moment that happened, when Obama got in, they're either far right or left.
Exactly. And they something just went off the American psyche or the American heart of it, and it's sad because you would, again, I want to make it clear, I'm so happy that my kids get to grow up knowing that a black man was the most powerful man in the world. I'm so happy they live in that generation. I didn't grow up like that, but I'm so happy that I got to witness it. Yeah. But it's sad,
the outcome of that.
Something so amazing can intimidate other people, which kind of what we were talking about earlier. Why do some people fear what they don't know? If you're so
fear of their known.
If you're so powerful, you have all the money in the world, why are you so afraid of change if you got it all? Anyways, another Thought Friday.
Thought Friday. Topic for another Friday, man. Yeah.
So I'll let you say the last word and then
sorry guys. At the end of the day, I think with this whole Obama thing, it's a distraction, and I know Americans are smart. They will see right through it and call it BS. I hope for his sake, Trump should do better by just maybe making the economy better, and all this will go away rather than causing distraction. I want America to do well, because if they do, then by proxy Canada does well, although with this whole trade relations thing, I don't know how that's going to go. But it's BS, and they need to drop it and just focus on why people voted for them.
Exactly. And I want my stocks to go back up. So
This guy, man.
All right, guys. It's been a Thought Friday. Hope you guys liked it. And please like and subscribe. It really helps us with the algorithms and things like that. Let us know if you like this platform. Let us know if this is better.
The studio.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all Kevin, man. Like, I mean, I didn't do, I just showed up and everything was set up. I didn't really do much. So
yeah. So just give us feedback about this journey that we're on. We want you guys to be part of it as well, right? Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody. We're trying out here, man. We're trying out here to make y'all happy.
We're trying.
All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a good one. God bless.
God bless.